Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or on my live feeds, simply take what resonates and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this glorious day, whatever time frame you're in. It's good to be here. I'll give you all, hi there, Erin. Good morning, darling. Ha, happy Wednesday. It's a glorious day, and I thought I would do a channeling exercise with you guys this morning. We talked about it during our last live here on Monday. We talked a little bit about channeling, and it's come up quite a few times on our lives about how to channel. How do I channel? So I thought I would have a little bit of fun this morning. Actually, they thought we would have a little bit of fun this morning and do some channeling together. How delicious is that? Let's just give everybody a chance to log on, whoever can join us this morning. PJ, hello, and there's Wes. Good morning, good afternoon. Good to see you all. It's probably afternoon for you, Wes, or at least late morning. Come on in and get yourself comfortable. There's Mo and Camilla. Yes, come on in. And Kathy, that's what she said. Good day. Um, I thought I would chat with you guys. I thought we could all just kind of give it a go here this morning. I'll simply guide you. Whatever comes to you is perfect. There's Peyton and Tabitha. I thought it would be fun to do a live channeling session. So I'm just going to talk briefly about the energy that's around us. How I felt it come in after that eclipse was a big shift, and it almost felt like a shift in timeline. I felt like a big opening. I felt like just this release and relief of energy that was coming in. And then I sat with spirit and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is like less static." So I'm very excited to hear how you all feel, if you guys are feeling something similar, or perhaps this channeling exercise will help you tap into that. Good to see everybody come on in. Um, so when it comes to channeling, I just want you guys to really, and if you're watching this on the replay, there's not going to be any ads. I turned off the monetization so we don't get any interruptions. I just want you to really, really allow. That's all that it is. And that is the key. That is the secret. It's not really a secret, but that's the recipe. It's just simply allowing. And whatever comes to you during the transmission of channeling, just being open to receive it without getting into it, like without kind of getting in that headspace and trying to sort it out. Let's see what messages you pick up for yourselves, and that's really what I want to emphasize with channeling is today is what do you need to know? What do you need to know? And how can I learn and navigate from the transmission that I received today? I hope that this brings you guys some excitement. I don't do live channeling very often here in the channel. This might be the first time that I've done one. Meditation, yes. And channeling is very similar to meditation. Only with meditation, our thoughts tend to be a little bit more quieter. With channeling, we do receive a transmission. Putting down where that transmission is coming from is a huge Tamara's. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for this. I'm excited too. And I'll tell you really quickly how it came. I went to meditate this morning and do some channeling for the YouTube channel, and Spirit kept showing me my channel. And I'm like, well, I'm here for information. And then they kept showing me my channel. And I thought, oh, okay, we're gonna channel on the channel. So let us get ourselves comfortable, just sitting down, if you prefer to stand, you can. There's no wrong way to position yourself. You can lie down. I usually say to people, if you lie down, if you're a person that falls asleep really, really easy, you might want to sit up, because sometimes you can drift off into that sleepy space when you're channeling or meditating. So get yourself nice and comfortable, and get any wiggles out. If you need to move your body, get any wiggles out. Move that a little bit. And you can leave your eyes open. You can leave your eyes closed. I tend to close my eyes most times. Sometimes I find my eyes are open. Sometimes I find that I prefer to just sit with a pen and paper and write. Whatever works for you. Be playful with it. It's your way. It's not my way. It's your way. So this is just going to be like a guided exercise. You can come back and try it again on the replay, or you can tweak it and make it your own. I'm very much much a believer in that it needs to be what works for you. Spiritual leaders and teachers and spiritual advisors can guide you and open the doorway, but it's completely your way, right? So just keep that in mind. So if any of my words don't resonate with you during the channeling exercise, just tweak it to fit whatever resonates with you. Okay. Um, get yourself nice and comfortable. And just, I like to put my feet flat on the floor. So I just like to really make sure my feet are flat on the floor. I sit open palmed, just how I prefer that openness, that open feeling, and just kind of allow yourself to open. And if you have to talk to yourself, you're welcome to repeat my words or repeat your own words to just get yourself into that receiving space. And it's all about being able to receive. And we're going to be finding our own dial into this. We all have our own dial into the spirit dimension. So you're going to find your own way. A nice big breath in, and I'd like you to let it out with a little bit of an exaggeration, like a release, "Hmm." like a re- just be a little bit exaggerating, just to kind of allow that energy out. Just kind of and do that a few times. Very good. You're doing very good already. And just feel that floor beneath your feet. Just feel it. Feel Mother Earth beneath you. And connect to that energy. Connect to the energy of the earth. Just stomp your feet or move your feet or just know that your feet are connected to the earth. And let the earth hold you. And allow yourself to go a little bit deeper into the earth. Just visualize or know you're ankle deep or knee deep or waist deep into the earth, just feeling so grounded, feeling so present, feeling so held and anchored. And now just focus on your breath for a moment, breathing in and out. And on every in breath now, just visualize or tell yourself, or simply know, I am breathing in beautiful, divine white light. On every inhale, light in. And on your exhale now, just letting go and releasing. Breathing in light and simply letting go. Just letting go of any resistance or anything that doesn't serve you on that exhale. And just feel that light now flowing through your body from the top of your head all the way to your feet. And allowing that light to touch every cell, every fiber, every organ in your body with beautiful, healing, divine light. And now allowing that light to expand to the outside of your body. That light wrapping you in a beautiful blanket or a cocoon of white light, healing your skin and protecting your energy. And wherever you feel you need healing, let that light be even stronger in that area. And now just breathe, open, and allow. Now I'd like you to just simply call forward or invite spirit guides, higher ascended masters, loved ones. Just invite them in. Just invite them to sit with you. Come and join me. Come and join me. Archangels and angels, just come and join me. Just sit with me and just simply know that they're there. I know that you're here with me. Breathe, open, and receive. And now you can simply ask, what do I need to know today? And whatever comes to you, just allow that. You may receive a word or information or even a feeling. What do I need to know today? If you need guidance on a particular topic, ask for it. Breathe, open, and receive. And just allowing what you're feeling, allowing what you're hearing. Just allow that. And just invite your guides now to come a little bit closer. Open to receive a transmission. Simply allowing. Breathe, open, and allow. And now we're just going to shift a little bit into feeling the energy around you. What comes to your awareness? Feel who's with you. And if you don't feel it, it's okay. Breathe, open, and allow. What do I need to know today? And now bringing your awareness to your heart space. You can put your hand on your heart if you wish. And just feel the love in there and the gratitude, feeling so grateful for whoever helped you today, whatever energies around you today, just feeling so grateful. And just being open to the phrase of show me, show me throughout my day. Show me what I need to know. And if there's anything else you would like to ask or anything else that you feel you need to say, and grateful for the guidance and the support and the love, feeling so grateful and becoming aware of the room that you're in and aware of your physical body and feeling grateful for that physical body, feeling grateful and aware of your feet on the floor. So when you're ready, opening your eyes and take your time. Quite often, I will write right away on anything that I have felt or anything that came to me. I will write it right away. I tend to forget a channeling very quickly, um, so I will write down what came to me or what I felt. Cameras, I feel so supported and loved. Very good. Did anybody receive like a message or knowing? Did anybody get any information on anything they asked? If you asked anything, anybody pick anything up? Peyton received information. Good job, Peyton. Spirit want me to do Tai Chi. Good for you, Shy. Now, this was a very short exercise with channeling. You can do this whenever you want. I tend to do very well morning channeling. It's okay to take a day for myself. I love that. Alina, my dad showed up. I got to tell him thank you for supporting me and protecting me all these years. I love that. I love that. I don't usually I well, I should say I don't limit whatever needs to come. I may set an intention to ask, but if I go in a very different direction, I just simply allow that. I allow that energy to sit with me. Sometimes, with channeling, I'll want to know what the energy is for the week or what spirit wants to tell me for the day, and I may get completely different channeling information, and I'm very much okay with that. What do I need to know? I just open up and I allow. Camilla, I just had tears streaming down my face. Very interesting. I felt fine before. I felt my grandma is still here because she is. She is. When we really open up ourselves, we do feel the spirit dimensions with where our loved ones are. When we open up to receive a transmission, when we open up, we put down all the chaotic thoughts. When I do any kind of mediumship or any kind of channeling, I literally it's literally like quieting my brain. I don't have anything else going on up there. So that's the ticket. It's just being able to allow, it's just being able to trust, it's just being able to bring in. I got a cryptic message. Chaos abounds. Chaos stops. In my life is full of chaos. Aaron, that's very interesting. Wolf, I'm freezing to death now. Um, Quite often, people will state that they do get cold or they get very hot. The more that you channel, that lessens. Um, Probably about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, any kind of platform event that I did or any kind of channeling event that I did, I would literally, and I would literally feel like I was so hot. I'd need to take off my clothes. I wanted to take off my clothes. I didn't take off my clothes on stage. It's not that kind of event. Um, but I that's how hot I would get when I would channel, especially people who've passed, very hot. And I had to learn to adapt. You were adapting, essentially. We're drifting off into other dimensions, so our physical body does have a bit of a response for that. Every now and again, when I channel, a few people have messaged me, even here on the lives, where my hands will often go like a different color. They will often go either really, really white or almost like a blue tinge. And the temperature of my hands will get cold. The rest of my body tends not to anymore. But it does shift for me. Um, I'm just gonna scroll up and see what you guys have picked up. Channeling gets me cold. Healing gets me hot. My back is radiating heat. Everything else is cold. Excellent. I've noticed the purple hands. Yeah, my hands do go purple. Sometimes I think sometimes the lighting might make it look a little bit darker than what it really is. But yeah, my hands, even when I'm doing healing work, my hands do change a little bit of color. It's quite interesting. I was late to channeling this AM, but I received a big message in the first hour of sleep last night. Messages do come in our sleep. We've talked about that quite a bit because our brain's quiet, right? We're able to receive that. What I picked up, 'cause I kind of asked for the energy for today, and I was shown time is going to feel like a different, it felt very different. So I was asked to talk about time. Is going to have moments probably between now and the weekend. They usually ask for what we need from now till I'm here next. And I felt like time was either going to be like moving really really fast, and then all of a sudden it's like slow. Like it's like, oh, it feels like it's been an hour and it's only been 10 minutes. And I really felt that whole power of now is going to be very significant for the next couple of days. But I felt very good. It felt like I needed to just, absorb more of this energy that's around us right now. The eclipse energy is going to be here quite powerful until April 23rd. And it's really important to just kind of being able to tap into that energy, that recharge. Is a transformation time, so being able to lean in there and taking that time when we can to really feel that, to really be able to bring that in. And the power of now for me, when I feel the timelines, the power of now, that's a big reference for me when I feel that way. Right now I'm here. right now, right now, we can't get too far ahead, because then we're going to miss out on the right now piece. So I really feel that right now is the space that we're coming in, for the next couple days, and just kind of being able to give ourselves that time. Give yourself time. Time. There's lots of it. Right? It's man-made anyway. In the spirit dimensions, it doesn't even exist. I've got to communicate with spirit, with if it's soon, put it right here. Like, they struggle with timelines because it doesn't really exist. So, taking our time and really enjoying the learning, really enjoying what's around us, really enjoying what's here today. I feel that's going to be huge, over the between now and the weekend, as just to kind of bring it all in, right? Just bring it all in right here, right now. All right, let's see what we got for questions here, you guys. Um, Camilla, Lana, I've been having a really hard time missing my grandma that passed when I was a child. Whenever I hear about her siblings that are still here, it's so hard. Any tips to connect with her? Camilla, I would sit with her this way. So those of you, with loved ones over in the spirit dimensions, it is a new type of relationship for us. They don't miss us because they're still here. So but for us, we've got that physical that's gone. So when we lean into learning, okay, my grandma's not physically here, but she's still here. So learning a different type of relationship with her, sitting with her, just simply sitting, okay, grandma, I really need to sit with you right now, or come with me. Being able to share with them. You can talk out loud. You can communicate this way. So I know for me, I'll just talk to them in my head sometimes if I'm in a position where I can't talk out loud. Being able to just simply say, "I know you're here," and you will start to feel them come closer and closer. Because what happens is when we open up to them that way, we're able to meet them in that vibration. We're able to connect with them. Is it very different? Absolutely, 100. It's very different. They're not physically here, but they still want us to know that they are here. They want to share with us. They want to help us. They want that. That's why people, we get spirit signs. That's why, we get those visitations in our dreams. They want us to know that they're here, right? They're still connecting with us. So Camilla, my advice to you, or to anybody who just wants to spend time with them, just sit down in a space that resonates with you, and just say, Grandma, I just need to have a little chat. I just need to feel you. All right. Oh my God, the live stream by itself is a lesson for me. Okay. Oh, Londra. Lana, would you be open to channeling deceased people from unsolved cases? Asking because I just saw a documentary about a case about those five young basketball team guys. Um, so Alondra, I do that. I do channel. I don't think I've ever done it on a live or social media wise. I have done it, in small family circles. Um, I am open to that. The thing with channeling loved ones or unsolved cases, I have a lot of integrity with what I do. And I would never, ever, ever cross that boundary line. For likes or for videos, I would never do it. If you think about how I or somebody might feel if somebody was on a YouTube channel, channeling their loved ones, if they're not open to that. So I'm very careful with what I do, on social media that way. I think that, people need to be open to that. I don't use my ability as, what's the word? Like, like a show, like as a show. You know what I mean? It's not for me. It's not like, oh, I'm going to sit here and channel these people that are an unsolved case. If I'm doing a documentary, or if I'm working, on a missing person case, I always have permission. I always have permission, or I will only, sit with what's already known. I just feel it's an integrity thing. There has been a lot of mediums, who have broken that integrity with people, and I don't think that it's fair. I truly don't think that it's fair. Now, that being said, do I sit with on my own? Yes, I do. I do sit and say, can with spirit, I will channel them, and to feel into what happened. But I don't feel publicly it's my place to do that, if that makes sense. But Olandra, I think that's a really good question. The case is really sad for the young special needs. Yes, yeah, I'm very aware of that case. Um, let's see where we need to go. Travis, my most important relationship ended unexpectedly. I didn't want it to. I just need anything spirit will tell me on this. I know change is scary and usually for the best. I don't feel that on this. So Travis, one thing that I really want to talk about is bringing and again it's coming back to right now there's lessons that are being learned. I also feel, and because relationships involve more than one person, I also feel that there's learning for the other person in the relationship as well. I feel like there's lessons and that there's learning, and sometimes we are teachers in that. We're teaching people certain things. um I feel that I've got to tap you into healing energy with right now. Right now, this is where I'm at. That right now, this is where they are at, and I feel like I've got to kind of step out of the way of that. Um, I also feel here with relationships there is choice and free will too, right? Not every soul contract is fulfilled because we do have choice and free will on whether or not we want to step out of it. And sometimes we do have a knowing where a soul contract is it has ended. If it feels over, if it feels like, yeah, I think we're good here. I've had many relationships where I just knew that. Oh, it's been nice knowing you. There wasn't even a reason. It's just been that feeling. I feel though, Travis, if I can bring you, this is really, really fresh and this is really, really new, and I've got to get you kind of back into an alignment with it. Just coming in for today into an alignment with it. And I feel that once I can kind of get you into that space where the ground doesn't feel so wobbly, that's where I need to put you. It's just kind of come on in right now. I also feel like the door is open for healing. So I feel that that is open there. I don't feel it closed yet. Now, people do have, like, again, people have choice and free will no matter what I say. So I just feel that the door is open. So, you can simply sit in meditation and visualize that open. If this is for our highest good, if it's not for my highest good, that's okay, right? Because that's something that I even though I may not understand why, I'm really good with, okay, if it's for my highest good, I'm in. If it's not for my highest good, I'm okay with that. And that's kind of where I have to get you right now. I also feel, Travis, that I have to really say to you, um, that you did your best in this relationship. I feel like your heart space was so open. None of us are perfect in relationships, but I feel like your heart space was so open for love and to be loved and to give love. Uh, PJ, that was helpful. You're welcome. It's okay okay, Diane, I read that one. Helena, my dad showed up. I got the chat. Okay, I read that one too. Sorry, you guys. When you said ask your guides to come closer, it felt like a group hug. Oh, Aaron, yes, yes. So when I call forward guides, sometimes I get the guides that I know and work with all the time. Sometimes I just get that feeling that there's more guides with me. Sometimes I don't even know who's here, and I'm okay with that. Sometimes we get too into I want to know who, I want to know why, I want to know their names, I want to just simply allow. The more that you sit with that energy, you will get those knowings as you build that trust with them because it's a new relationship all the time too with spirit guys. I just trust that they're here. Um Tamara's mostly trusting myself and I already know what I need. I just need to take time to listen. Good job. Good job. Spotty, I received an image in front of my eyes of my mother smiling, and I think it has something to do with her happiness because her life has been quite hard lately. Oh, I love that, Spotty. And sometimes we receive a message like that. I just want to kind of give a little bit extra thought on that because I couldn't move away from it. Sometimes we will receive a message like that in a channeling where we will see somebody or see somebody else and or see ourselves, and we'll have a feeling or an image. So the fact that Spotty saw her smiling, that's a message or a transmission that things are going to be okay. There's happiness there. So I think that that's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, Spotty. That's beautiful. We may receive it in that simple way, right? And that's why I talk about the feelings. How does it feel? What feelings are you aware of, right? Because feelings and images that come to you can be an answer to what's going on around you or the people that you love, for yourself as well. Brian, take time to heal and move forward slowly. Absolutely. Shy, I'm sure. Okay, I read Shy's already. I saw myself on a conveyor belt, like at an airport. I love that, Peyton. Just let go and let spirit take me where I need to go. Peyton, that's really interesting. I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, Peyton, before or not. When I used to, when I was first in mediumship, I used to see, well, a few things, but after I used to have a projector that played. But then at one point, I also had a conveyor belt, like a grocery store conveyor belt. And items from the spirit dimension, like for loved ones, used to go across it, whether it be, something about them or something about their life, or even with my remote viewing, I used to see a conveyor belt. And the reason spirit worked with me with that way was to allow things that need to come and go. When I read that, Peyton, it brought me back about 15 years ago, about how that conveyor belt used to go through my awareness. I love that. I love that so much. And spirit will take you where you need to go. And in getting out of the resistance, my mediumship really started to grow when I got out of the way of it. When I stopped trying so hard, when I stopped trying to force it, when I stopped trying to control it, when I stopped trying to, decide how we were going to work, as soon as I said, let's just go, that's when it was like fast flow. It was just like movement all the time and shifts all the time. Okay, let's see where we need to go here. Some of those messages I've read. Tabitha received the word calm and saw images of fitness, weights, and graceful movements of ballet. I asked how to heal my back, weak muscles, as per chiropractor. There's an answer there for you. I love how you receive that. I have a cold with a blocked nose. So does that mean I can't meditate and have to reset and rest instead? Or does it take longer to meditate due to the cold? So good question. And I think, yeah, I think that that is a question that changes. When, there are times if I'm not feeling great, I just need to rest and I don't get anything. Spirit will, and I've had spirit send me back. What are you doing here? It's you need to rest. Sometimes I can rest with, or I can meditate with a headache or a head cold. And when I'm meditating or when I'm channeling, I don't even feel it. And what's really interesting is I've got rheumatoid arthritis, and when I have a flare up, the only relief I get from that flare up is when I'm working and channeling. It's like I leave my physical body for it, but there are times where I can't, depending on how rough I'm feeling as far as illness goes. But I always say to people, if you are trying to meditate and you're not feeling well and it's not happening, it's okay. Go rest, take care of yourself, and try again. I also want to just kind of remind some of you a little bit here on channeling is you don't necessarily always have to be in that quiet state. I'm always asking spirit to show me, and I will get information even in a grocery store lineup. I will get information while I'm driving. It doesn't have to be in that quiet state. The more that you kind of get better at being able to receive that, you'll be able to receive that information when you're doing regular things too. The other day I was I was throwing a load of laundry in the washing machine, and I literally had to stop, and I was like, oh, and I just had to listen wide awake. I was doing laundry, and I always keep a notepad in every room. So in literally there's a notepad in my basement where my laundry room is. I literally ran over and just had to channel something. Spirit wanted to tell me something while I was doing laundry. It's just that open to receive. A lot of beginners with channeling need to be able to sit quiet. Now, when I go into trance for channeling, it's very different. Trance is very much being able to go into an altered state, but with just general eyes information, you can be doing something completely different and get that download. You usually feel as I need to pause for a moment and I just literally, well, what was that? Oh, and then I receive it. So that may happen to you guys as well too. And again, I know I say this a lot here on the channel, but I think it's so important just because of what I hear and often sometimes we'll see on social media. It's your way, right? You don't have to do it exactly how I do it. You don't have to do it by what's popular on TikTok. You don't. It's your. This is your connection. It's your way. And I cannot emphasize that enough because we get caught in these loops of we have to do it this way, and if it's not working for me, I'm no good at it. 100% not true. It needs to be your way. So I say that a lot because it's just a loving reminder. This is your connection. It's never going to be the same as mine anyway. So figuring out how you navigate through it, taking tips or trying new ways is helpful, but it doesn't have to be exact. That's not how spirit works anyway. Right? The spirit dimensions are very fluid. Right? All right. Um Pete, where was that? I just went too fast. Do we ever achieve eternal peace? When do these learning lessons end? It feels like it's never ending loop. Okay, so a few things. I want to pick that apart a little bit. Do we ever achieve eternal peace? So there's a few things on that. Number one, the spirit dimensions are very, very, very peaceful. Like, I mean, it is only peace and love, and it's even hard to explain in physical world words to understand. When it comes to the physical world, I do believe we can learn to get there with feeling peace. Right, I truly do. I have a lot of peace in my energy, in my learning. I've made peace with the lessons that I've learned simply by acknowledging that I really do my best with everything that I attempt, even when it doesn't go well, even when I have, and you guys know how I feel about the word mistake. Even I don't like it. Even when I was learning a lesson, even when it was going like total gong show, I was still trying my best to learn with where I knew. That version of Lana was doing her best. Might not have been the greatest choice, but I was doing my best, right? So I come into a space with that physical world peace. There is a lot of peace around us. We just need to bring our focus to it. Right there, the physical world is always going to be learning. Now, you said something about the never ending loop. So, with never ending loops, quite often the reason we will go back into the wash, rinse, repeat is because there's still something else to learn in that. We're still learning that part of our journey. And it's okay that we're still learning that. Some of us learn things and move on to something else. Some of us are in that wash, rinse, repeat cycle. For me, when I land into that space was why does this keep coming up for me? I really take a step back and I try to observe it. I observe what's going around and I will work with my spirit guides and I'll simply look at where's the repeat lesson. Where am I tripping in that? And quite often I'm just missing the learning. And there can be so many reasons why. It can just be it's a hard one to learn. I'm also gentle on myself with the learning. I really try, Olandra, to be very gentle with myself when I'm learning. But if I am in that loop, there is something that I am not seeing or I'm not understanding, and that's why it keeps showing up for me. So, and depending on what you're talking about what's in your loop, if it's the same lesson or the same theme with different people coming in, I'm not learning the lesson on what I usually it's honoring yourself. If it's a thing with finances, there's a learning there, so and I can't pick apart your personal learning, but I can tell you when we heal certain things, we're often able to move forward out of that loop as well. Right? All right. Okay. Tamara's a well. Okay, she's talking with Shine, so I'll just scroll down here. Um. Oh, speak of that repeat. I've been struggling with the household for years, and only yesterday did I get a breakthrough moment. Understanding my struggle is about learning to let go of control. Yeah, it's a big one. Learning to let go of control is really big. And I think sometimes, there are times, I'm very I'm very physical, so I like to do things, and I've talked about this before on the channel. I do have to watch the time though, you guys. I know if I have trouble putting something down, I will get an item to represent. This is going to represent my need to control, and I'm going to put it down. And I will do that 10 times in a day. I'm putting that down. I'm putting that down. That's how I work, and it works for me. If I'm working with healing, if I need to heal something, I need to be outside. I need to go. I've got to get to my forest. I've got to roll on the ground, and I will often allow that energy. If I'm frustrated, I will go out and do my stomping temper tantrum out in the forest because I truly believe that we need to release it. I need to release that. So whatever it looks like for you. Some people like to write and burn. Some people, whatever. Some people do yoga. Whatever works for you with being able to release and let go. Um Matriarch astrology. Hi, Lana. I have weird things that feel like electricity happening to me when I sleep. It feels alien. Any sight on that? Ooh, I love that. So first of all, there are multiple other dimensions. We are not the only physical world. We are not. Um, you know, do we have access to them at all times? No. I do understand what you're saying because I have tapped into that electric energy myself. And some people may struggle with the word alien, but whatever word you prefer to use, other dimensions, ETs, alien, that we are not the only physical world. So I feel that your connection, because I can feel the top of your head connecting outside of here. So and especially with going to sleep, you're putting down the physical world here and you're connecting outward here. You're feeling them. I also firmly believe that there has been an increase in connecting with us here energetically. Other dimensions have already mastered telepathic communication, energetic ways of working with us. They have already worked through that. We're learning that here. We're about 100 years away from it ish, if I was to estimate it. And that's why we're seeing a lot of different things here in our world as far as nonverbal autistics. They're teaching us how to work with telepathic communication. So if you're comfortable with it, when you feel that electricity, I want you to try and shift to a telepathic communication, sending energy out, receiving energy in. What do I need to know? What do I need? So if you're feeling that, what are they trying to tell you? And just allowing whatever you get, and it may take years to grow, or you may get downloads of information from that way, but we are evolving spiritually. More and more people are telling me this very similar words that you've used: electric energy. It feels like it's coming from another planet. We are growing that way. We are opening that way. We are receiving that right now. What has happened is, and it's a little bit of programming. We're programmed that little green aliens are going to fly through and abduct us. That's not gonna happen, right? It's true, and I chuckle with that because that's kind of the old mindset where a lot of people who channel and a lot of people who are open to energy do realize that it's transmission. We're receiving transmission this way energetically. Energy is extremely powerful, and it exists in other dimensions. If you want to use the other word, planets or other dimensions, it exists already. They're way advanced than what we are. Remember, this is the hardest school. We're breaking through a lot of things. We're breaking through a lot of barriers with that. I hope that answers your question there. I'm just going to grab a few more, you guys. Then I've got to switch over to the book because I do have to go. I feel connected to dragons, but this has come up a lot with dragons with people too. A lot of people are connecting with dragons, but it's difficult to not feel crazy and believing they are real. So Alina, absolutely. So when you think about that, and I understand that whole it's difficult to not feel crazy piece. I talk to dead people. I understand that, and I see spirit, and I talk to spirit guides, and I've had incredible experiences with fairies. And yes, I get the fine line. I do get that there's a fine line there, but I'll tell you right now, When you kind of connect to the dragon energy, just feel what is it with that energy that they're trying to work with you for. Quite often we get, images or spirit guides in a certain form. Number one, to get our attention. Right? So what is it? Just channel a little bit more. Number two, if now I have a dragon and I've got a naked Viking spirit guide, and it took me a long time to be able to speak that and share it for that exact reason. That exact reason is people are going to think I'm crazy. But when I did work with her and with my dragon quietly and with other spirit guides quietly, I just started shifting into greater and greater and greater vibrations. I just started moving into that. And truly, nobody needs to know. I've got other spirit guides that I haven't shared on the channel that I work with. Just it's very intimate relationship with them. I also know, and I truly do know that in there that I'm just trying to find the words here. There's a fine line between this and hallucinations, right? So it's very very different, and I have that understanding with that. When you're comfortable, you can connect with that dragon. If you're still not sure, I always acknowledge. Oh, I can feel you there. Thank you very much for coming with me. And when you're ready, you'll take that next step with it. All right, you guys. I really want to grab another question here. I was told in a dream that my spirit guide needed my help to speak, but I'm unsure how to connect to my spirit guides for more information. Do you have any advice for connecting with spirit guides? Meditation. I would go into meditation, or simply spending time to sit with them. And meditation can be many different things too. I'll simply go down and sit by the river and just simply watch the water flow by and simply just ask if anybody wants to join me. It doesn't have to be chanting ohms, whatever works for you, but you got to spend more time in that. You got to spend more time quieting your mind and sitting with them. The more you do that, the better success you're going to have. All right, you guys, it's been 51 minutes. What do we need to know? Let's set our intentions here. The blue jay. Pay close attention to nonverbal cues that tell you when someone is trying to deceive you. Rather than dabbling in the spiritual metaphysical realm, choose a path to explore and go as far as you can with it. Whatever the situation that has triggered some fear, attack it boldly and with courage. Access your main gifts and talents. Develop a plan as to know you can best, sorry, develop a plan as to know or as to how. I can't read today. How you can best use them and take clear and purposeful action. Choose one or two of the projects you started and finish them. All right, you guys. Kayla, thank you for this beautiful session today. I'm grateful. The meditation really grounded me. And if it resonates with you guys, go back in and watch the replay and try again, or come up with your own way. Right? Come up with your own way of what works for you. I saw a California Western scrub jay the other day fly right by. Oh, I love that so much. I'm not sure if they're similar, but that's pretty awesome. Very grateful to have caught the live today. Um, I will not be here Friday morning. I will see you all on Monday for an energy update. It's looking like I'm taking a little road trip this weekend, and if it all works out, I'm going to leave Friday. So, Bubbles, my imaginary friends were my spirit guides. I learned later on in life. Absolutely. Be safe, have fun. Thank you very much. It might depend on a little bit of weather, but we'll see because I am probably heading north. So we'll see on if there's heavy rains and stuff, I may postpone, but if not, I'm out of here. Ah, As always, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided day. Take care, you guys. Much love.